XRP is the most controversial crypto project out there. There's a very big reason for that, and that reason could well be about to be finalized in the next few days, coming weeks. It's uncertain, but something very, very big will come at the end of it. No matter what the result, we're going to see some explosive movements, not just in XRP, but in the rest of the crypto market. There's a lot of evidence that swings towards both directions when we look at this particular case. And not only that, but there's a huge amount of other things we also need to consider before moving forward. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's get into today's video. Back on the 25th of May, which is about 17 days ago, Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse says judgment on SEC's XRP lawsuit to come in weeks, not months. We are literally approaching the end of weeks rather than months. Could we be about to see the most important decision of recent years happen in this case? Now, why is it so important? Not just for XRP, but the rest of the crypto world. Well, guys, if the SEC deem that XRP is in fact a security, then all the other ones that we've been looking at right now within cryptocurrency will also effectively become recognized as securities at some point in the future. However, there's some very interesting things that are happening right now that are a little bit confusing. And whilst many people would ask ChatGPT what to do, there's actually another very cool tool called Perplexity.ai, which is updated more recently than ChatGPT. So I just asked it whether Ripple XRP is in fact a security, and there's a few points that I want to highlight. In a recent case that was brought forward about Coinbase, the SEC failed to mention XRP as one of the securities. The same detail when looking into Binance. If you remember, it mentioned the likes of Solana, Cardano, Filecoin, and others. This is interesting. Why would they not mention XRP in that case when all the other ones are still under investigation? When they're the ones who are trying to force the idea that XRP is in fact a security. And the point at the bottom is very important. In summary, there is no clear consensus on whether XRP is a security. It's an ongoing investigation. Will it come out one way or the other? The truth of the matter is, and you might not like to hear this if you are an XRP maxi or you hate XRP or whatever, there's no answer. And there is no guaranteed answer based on the evidence that you can find that supports or disproves or whatever, guys, because there's going to be something happening behind the scenes that we don't even know. A lot of the news that you might see and might read, call me cynical, but a lot of it is kind of fabricated or is pushing an agenda that is wanted by something bigger than that particular news channel. The agendas behind a lot of these cryptocurrencies could well dictate what is going to happen. So behind the cryptos, would you say right now that maybe there is a case that much of the big money on Wall Street is piling into likes of XRP right now and other cryptos, waiting for a positive settlement on XRP to drive the price up? On the flip side of things, is it likely that the US are starting to lose a grip perhaps on the financial systems and want to start to remove the likes of various cryptocurrencies that could act to destabilize financial security of the country going forward? Who knows, guys? I'm not here to speculate on what I think is going to happen. There's so much speculation on what I think is going to happen or not going to happen. And there's basically something we can either do. We must be okay with whatever result comes out, because I might be wrong. I'm thinking that there is no real way to tell exactly the way this is going to be settled. And no one out there really, with the exception of a few, very, very few, have the answer. So what we need to do is come to a chart and understand what might happen in scenario A and what might happen in scenario B. Now, XRP is brilliant tech. For a long time, we know that XRP should be a top 5, maybe even higher cryptocurrency, in my opinion, in many other people's opinions as well. It's been held back, however, by various things, because this court case will actively destroy XRP if they are failing to win it. So what do we see as a potential outcome? Well, it's so difficult to tell, right, guys? We've got a weekly chart, and over this weekly chart, you can see we are in basically a downtrend. Now, this is a descending triangle, okay? Approximately 75% of the way through a descending triangle, which, somewhere in this area, literally that we're in right now, you would expect this pattern to either break towards the downside or break towards the upside. Now, interestingly, the bottom of this pattern literally sits just above 0. okay? The bottom of this pattern sits at about 16 cents. So, any lower down and you're pretty much at zero, okay? Now, this means, in my opinion, that we're pretty close to the bottom. So we are looking at this from a strictly risk to reward point of view. So what I want to know is, what is the worst case scenario and the best case scenario? We know what the answer is, but in terms of price, I anticipate this not being something you want to be holding if it loses its court case. Therefore, we can do something. Now, if you're using an exchange to trade or buy cryptocurrency, I would suggest that maybe having a stop loss on your position would be valuable. But now, when you say, I will guarantee you I want to sell it at a particular price, you've got to understand that you're going to be competing with everyone else who has a stop loss at a particular place. So you could look at this chart and say, well, where would I anticipate everyone having a stop loss? Stop losses exist under previous lows. Personally, you want to get in with a stop loss as tight to this position as possible. I almost think that you need to treat XRP like a day trade. I personally would be having a stop loss somewhere in the region of around 40 cents, which means that if XRP loses its court case, it will drop approximately 24%. You're like, well, why would I put that there? Because XRP could potentially move down that far in the future. If you look at this pattern for XRP and you ignore all the court case and all that drama, this is the most bullish pattern in cryptocurrency right now. This is a rising wedge. You can see that we're getting higher lows, which means we're getting bought up at higher levels each time. Bullish. We're at the end of a long downtrend, and now we're starting to consolidate towards an upwards direction. Bullish. And look at what's been happening in the last week or so. The price has rallied hard into this area, it's been rejected, and then we've wicked down, and now it's leaving a wick on the downside. This to me indicates that XRP is forming a very bullish pattern, which I would anticipate moving towards the upside. And it might well break towards the upside even before that news breaks about XRP. So what have I got as an opportunity here? If I am leaving a stop loss down here, then I could well potentially get myself a nice breakout here. And this would be the price target from this red line, which would have been height of the triangle here from a breakout position, which, looks imminent, to be honest. And that would be from current prices, a shift up of about 55%. You could get 55% before the call case even comes out. If crypto starts to look bullish in the next few days, which I think it might do given what's happening with the interest rates and inflation meetings and stuff happening in the US, then I think that XRP could give you a good bit of return. Now, here's the thing. If I've got in to XRP, and I'm not a maxi, because I'm not, I like the idea of XRP recovering, and obviously as someone who enjoys and likes cryptocurrency, I want XRP to win its court case. I don't think of anything good happening in crypto if it doesn't win that. Okay, so obviously as someone who's pro crypto, I'm pro XRP, right? I want XRP to win, but I'm not just going to sit there blindly and anticipate that it's going to win because I want it to. Okay, that's just dumb. So what we can anticipate happening, if I'm going in long to XRP, I need to have a stop loss under here. Okay, what I mean is it's going to flip and turn into a sell. Now, a big problem we will see if XRP suddenly sees a sell-off is lots of other people are putting in their stop losses up here. So as it cascades and it hits stop losses, it could potentially just go like this so fast. And you probably saw it happen before with the likes of Luna coin. Now, obviously, that's slightly different. Obviously, Luna was a scam. But, I just think the sell-off is going to be such an aggressive one that you kind of need to get yourself out of there as soon as possible. No matter what you feel about it, no matter how sad it's going to be to take an L on that, right? But we need to take an L and then come back and trade another day. However, if we've got an upside potential here, let's say, for example, I put in $1,000 here. We get up and we get 55% before the court case hearing. Now, what I can do at this point is I can take off the table $550, which is my 50% gain. This means that if we then return to zero because of a court case, I would be down 45% rather than being down 100%. Now, lots of people are going to tell me I'm wrong, whatever, that's fine, I'm willing to accept this. I'm just looking at this as a complete roll of the dice. But unlike if I go to the casino and I've got black versus red, where I win, 2-1. The odds here are so much better than 2-1, which is why I want exposure to XRP. XRP right now is looking extremely great in this chart pattern, okay? Looks phenomenal, guys. And the next move, you know, we could get to here. We could even get to here, perhaps, before even seeing a court case. If we get through this court case and we get an announcement that is positive for XRP, well, not only will XRP absolutely boom towards the upside, but the entire crypto market, guys, is going to get very exciting. Now, this is obviously a very rough pattern. You can see how rough these kind of tops are. But you can see this would be a breakout target from this descending wedge, from a potential breakout position. And I think that realistically, from current levels, that would be a 5.7x. And it could happen extremely fast. I don't think you're going to get 5.7x out of any other crypto in the top 50 right now, particularly fast. You might do it by somewhere towards the end of this year, if we're very bullish, but more than likely next year, where I think most of the action of the bull market will happen. But given what I said earlier in the Bitcoin video, I think that XRP is going to be a roll of the dice job. Don't put in more money than you can afford to lose. I don't care what research you've done, and I don't care how good a project you think it is. Remember, this is coming down to people who have a decision to make, who have a vested interest in the outcome of this. Maybe I've become a bit cynical, but bear in mind, this might not go the way that you think it's going to go. So we just need to be prepared for every outcome. Set yourself a stop loss. Be prepared that that stop loss may not even trigger because it might come down too hard. However, choose wisely. Don't overinvest, don't overexpose. There's loads of other cryptos that will have a really good bull market without having to have overexposure in XRP, but it looks good, guys. Can't help but feel positive about what might be happening. And if you want to discuss this further and hear from other people who are working full-time in crypto, then you can come over to the Inner Circle, which is linked down below. For just $9.99 per month, guys, you're going to access this full chat with loads of other like-minded individuals. There's a small fee to ensure that the guys in there are serious investors in crypto. Every day they're sharing their own knowledge, their own experience within crypto, and there's tons of other stuff going on. There's a buy and sell section where we talk about what projects people are buying and selling at the moment. I've even got a $1,000 challenge, which is ongoing, and every day I've been buying into that you can find through the $1,000 challenge tab, which is very straightforward. You can follow along doing that. There's an ICO zone for all of those initial coin offerings that are happening week by week. Whenever I get allocations as well, I'll be sharing them with the community there. We also have tons of special offers coming up all the time. So if you want to get into this group, guys, there's link down below, $9.99 per month, 5-day free trial, no brainer. Get onto it, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you over there. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, then subscribe. See you in the next video.